Joining us now on the markets on this final trading day of August is Brenda Vingiello, Chief Investment Officer at Hill Global Advisors and a CNBC contributor. Brenda, good morning. It's great to have you here. You know, in the last couple of days, we got, I guess, information that GDP, we entered the current quarter at like a 3% annualized pace of real GDP. You have inflation seemingly on target, 2.5% core PCE. It seems like things in the macro are okay, even if people are concerned about where it goes from here. How does that set up your market view at this point?
Well, I think, it's been a little bit of a choppy quarter. Certainly we started out in a choppy way, but as time has gone on, we've certainly learned, as you've just described, that I think this scenario for a soft landing is really starting to play out. So we're seeing it on the corporate side, where corporate earnings have largely been better than expected, appreciating at a double-digit pace. This week, normally a pretty quiet week at the end of August. That certainly isn't the case anymore, with the likes of NVIDIA and Salesforce reporting, as well as a lot of retailers, but still providing a great view into what's actually happening in corporate America. But I think the way we play this, I think certainly it makes sense to have some broad exposure to the equity market. I think that's one thing we've been very encouraged by this week, is that the Mag 7 and NVIDIA have not acted particularly well, yet the market has really held up. We've seen this continuation of a broadening trend where areas like small mid-cap equity have performed well. A lot of other sectors are really holding up. And so we think there is still opportunity in the equity market for sure. And I'll also add that bonds this quarter have certainly been acting a lot better as well, and have really, for the first time in a long time, been solid contributors to growth in portfolios.
Yeah, bonds, no doubt about it, kind of did their job in the correction and have actually been positive on a month-to-date basis as well. So I assume you're kind of behind the idea that you can look outside the mega cap growth area and find things that haven't moved that much or are reasonably valued. Where in particular?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think even within tech, there are opportunities. And I think Salesforce, which is reported this week, is one of those opportunities. We've seen that software space just has not acted well. And I think it's because we're in the midst of a lot of transition and a lot of companies are kind of pausing in their decision-making process. But I do think that a company like Salesforce has an excellent offering. They talked a lot about Agentforce, which really is meant to really help companies tap into their existing data as it relates to the sales process, in addition to even training salespeople. So I think they have some very relevant products, and I do think there is a big growth opportunity. And the company has been incredibly financially disciplined, really improved margins significantly, have a good stock buyback in place, and Dreamforce coming up as a catalyst.
Yeah, I mean, margins have done pretty well. A little bit of skepticism out there on the street. See if that does create further opportunity. Brenda, great to talk to you. Thanks so much.